Alright guys, this is a video to try to help you with the transcription translation summary that we did in class. I know it was kind of fast, so I'm going to go through and kind of show you guys how to do this. So the first part, I'm going to do example 1. Right? First part, you're going to do DNA replication, where it goes A goes to T, T goes to A, G goes to C, G goes to C, T goes to A, T, C, G, and so on. Right? So here, okay. Wait, they don't have to watch me go through all this. Alright guys, so I kind of fast forwarded through there. That way you don't have to follow every step of my journey here. So now for the bottom here, this is now we're going from DNA to RNA, right? This is the transcription part. Okay, so right on this one, the transcription rules are A goes to U, okay, and T goes to A, G goes back and forth, C, right, on both sides. So for this one, T would go to A would go to U, because we're using that one. A goes to U, C goes to G, C goes to G, A goes to U, and so on. So, and then you'd finish that whole part there. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished that up. So I just followed the A goes to U, right? T from up here would go to an A, right? And so G would go to a C, so, right? And so you finish that whole top row there. Now in the bottom part, you're going to use these same rules, right? Except you're not going to have to worry about this middle part because there's no T's in RNA. So this is going from mRNA to tRNA. Okay, so A goes to U, U goes to A, G goes to C, C, A, right, and so on and so forth, all the way through. Right? So, see, I'm surprised that math. Do you have any math teachers that do this stuff? They record what they're doing? Man, that would seem like the easiest thing to do. I just record it once, hey, play it, right? Watch it on your Chromebook, put your headphones on. That's too bad.
You would think some of them would.
Yeah, I know. I'm like going, right? Because, like, for me, I'm just doing it the same way I would do it up there. Now I just put it up here and just play it. I go, there, watch it. Watch it 25 times. I don't care how many times you want to do it. So, all right. So now comes some more challenge. So now we use this guy, right? So, okay. Okay, so basically I just went through and I converted the mRNA to tRNA, so that now we want to find out what the amino acids, right? Because we go from mRNA to amino acids. So the chart that I gave you guys earlier was this guy here. So hopefully you guys have a copy of this. This is the mRNA codon chart. Okay, so now there are different types of charts. This particular one codes for mRNA. There's actually a separate one for tRNAs, and there's a separate one for DNA, right? And so it just depends on which chart you're using. So I'm using the mRNA chart, and I'm going to continue to use the same chart for the entire time. So, right. So what I do now is I look for my first field, because remember that RNA is read in groups of 3. These are codons, right? So for the first one, it says AUG. Right, so the first one is the easiest. This chart is the easiest to do. The only thing that this one is actually missing, right, and we didn't notice that when we photocopied it, but is just that AUG. So we go from A, from up here, to U, and then go down to G. So that's methylene or start. Okay, so now the other chart that's on the back side of this. That's why I gave you guys both. So it just depends on which one you like to use. They're both the same and will accomplish the same results. So for this one, we would take A, right? Because we're going from here, we're doing AUG. Okay, so we start here at A. Okay, that means it's in that column that goes right across there. And then U means that it's in this row here. Okay, so basically we're going to come down this row, okay, to this box, okay, and then now I go A, U, and then we go down to G, which is the guy right over here. Okay, so basically it's the first letter, second letter, third letter, and where all those meet in the middle. Okay, so AUG codes for start in this case, when it's at the start of an amino acid sequence. Right, so then on your paper, I would just write start. Okay, now if it was over here and it was AUG, then we would put MET or MET. Right, so on the back side here, it gives you the short names. The front side gives you the long names. So I like to use the back side just because I'm going to write the short names here. So, right, so then I go GUA for our next part. So then we do GU. And I come down here. A is the second row up, so that's valine, V-A-L. So I would just write on here, V-A-L. Now, if I use the front side of this, right, I could also do it the same way. I could go through here. I go, I already forgot the codes. G-U-A. So I go G-U, and any of these will go to valine. Just the same way as it shows on this side, G-U-A, in this whole region here, those are all valine, right? So it's V-A-L. Okay, so G-C-U, so I go G-C-U, that's alanine, A-L-A. Or you could do it on the back side, like this. So you say G-U-A, so G, oh no, that was our previous one, G-C-U. Right, so I go G, C, and then I come down here to U, which is ALA, alanine. Okay, so my next one over here is AAC. Okay, so I'm going to write it up here, AAC. Right, so then I go A, minor issue. So A, and C is ASP. So then we just write on here. Oh yeah, AAC. Yeah, there you go. AAC is ASP. Okay, and then the last code, right? And so I like to break them up into threes, like so. GUU. So I go here. G, U, and U is valine. I'm going to double check here. G, U, U is valine, V-A-L. So that's number one. So right, you want to repeat that for sections 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so right, if you have any questions, anything like that, you can always text me or email me, and so I can hopefully get back to you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.